I want to say good morning to everyone, and thank you for being here this morning. I'd like to recognize our Vice President of the Council, Councilwoman Sharon Green Middleton, and our Controller, Controller Joan Pratt. Also like to acknowledge our former Senator and radio host of WOLP, Larry Young. Okay, I'm very excited to welcome one of our own back home to Baltimore. When Andre D. Shields won his Tony Award for Best Feature Actor in June, he asked the crowd gathered at Radio City Music Hall, Baltimore, Maryland, are you in the house? Baltimore, Maryland, are you in the house? And I'm gonna go off script just for a brief moment, because I shared with Mr. Shields upstairs that Baltimore got a shout out from him when we needed the most. And I want to personally thank him, and I thanked him upstairs because at the most difficult time, people were bashing Baltimore about everything, crime, being dirty, and all kinds of things. And when he asked, was Baltimore in the house, my wife and them jumped for joy because I wasn't there to see it. But when they told me, I said, oh my God, we got to get him to come to Baltimore, Baltimore's own Mr. DeShields, and I just want to thank him. He continued, I hope you're watching at home because I'm making good on my promises that I will come to New York and become someone you'll be proud to call your native son. On behalf of Baltimore's mayor of this great city, Andre, we are very, 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 very proud to call you Baltimore's own. Andre has also excelled on screen and has won an Emmy as well. Over the 5 decades, Andre has established his style on Broadway in musicals like The Wiz, The Full Monty, Ain't Misbehaving, and Play On. Let's give him a hand for all those things. If you have ever seen him on the stage, you have witnessed a flawless, intense, captivating performance like none other. DeShields is the embodiment of showmanship and never disappoints his audience. Andre grew up on Division Street in West Baltimore. That's Sandtown, isn't it? Sandtown, Winchester. Okay. Yeah. Upton. Okay, well, they claim that it's Sandtown too. Okay. Yeah, he's the ninth of 11 children and is a graduate of Baltimore City College. And I'm gonna tell you, Mr. DeShields, them City College alumni, where's Al at? Oh, he tried to co-opt this whole program, and I told him he couldn't do it. In 2015, he told reporters that growing up near Pennsylvania Avenue, the epicenter of black culture in Baltimore in the mid-20th century, was transformative. After 5 decades of life in the theater and entertainment, it is my pleasure to welcome you back home to Baltimore, Maryland. And to mark your return home, I have a mayoral salute for you and also want to present you with the keys of the city. I'm going to ask my elected official to step up here with me. The salute is going to be the first one. City of Baltimore, a mayoral salute. On behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I am pleased to salute Andre DeShields in recognition of your receiving the Central Scholarship Alumnus Award from Baltimore City College for your many successes on Broadway, off-Broadway, regional theater, feature films, television, and much more, and a career spanning close to 50 years and being a recipient of a coveted Tony Award. You have distinguished yourself as an unparalleled actor, director, choreographer, and educator. On behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, please accept this key to the city as a small token of our pride and happiness for your many accomplishments. Congratulations and welcome home. August 19, 2019. Bernard C. Jack, young man. Come on, Sharon. Oh, we're joined by President Scott. Okay.
Hands all got it? Thank you.
Okay. And before we hear from him, I want to present him with the keys to the city of Baltimore.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, y'all, let's step out. We're going to step out. And before he make his remarks, I want to give the council president the opportunity to make some brief remarks, followed by our comptroller with brief remarks and our vice president before we hear from him. Okay? Thank you, President Scott.
And thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just came by to say thank you and congratulations. Thank you for being a son of Baltimore, showing the world what Baltimore can do. Thank you for continuing to bring your light into what you do each and every day. And thank you for inspiring young men and women, not just here in Baltimore, but in cities and neighborhoods like West and East Baltimore across the country. So congratulations, sir. Welcome home. And again, thank you for showing the world that Baltimore is the best city in America. Thank you.
Mr. DeShields, I also congratulate you on receiving a Tony Award and a key to the city of our great city, Baltimore. We are very proud of all your accomplishments and even more proud to call you our native son. Let's give him another round of applause. I cannot wait to see what is in store with your next venture. I am sure it will be spectacular. And I offer you my sincerest congratulations. Thank you.
And last but not least, congratulations. I just want to add that you have really shown the importance of music and art education, and that Baltimore has great talent in those fields. And this is just the beginning of what Baltimore can do. So thank you so much for that wonderful shout out. It really is going to take us a long way. We are so proud of you. Thank you.
Baltimore, are you ready? Baltimore, are you ready? The one, the only Andre DeShields.
You know, Now, you know we're in the rotunda, right? I'm going to show you what a rotunda is for. Hallelujah! Yes! Glory!
That's right. Crazy.
I have family here, blood relatives here. I have friends here, blood friends here, old and new. I got on the train this morning from New York to come to Baltimore to accept the keys to the city and to get this proclamation. Yes, because that's what I need to take back to New York, New York. This city's so nice they had to name it twice. And those of us who live there now call it the center of the universe. But when I speak to my colleagues in New York and tell them I'm one of 11 children from Baltimore, they say, "What? I thought you were an only child." I said, "No, but that's the way we rear children in Baltimore, so that even if you're one of 11, each of you feels as if you are an only child." And he says, "Well, what's that all about?" I said, "That's about being in the South." They said, "Baltimore's not the South." I said, "You better check your geography." Because the South is described as below the Mason-Dixon line. What's the Mason-Dixon line? The southern border of Pennsylvania. So Baltimore is the first major city of the South. So not only am I a native son, I'm a Southern boy. And I took all of that culture of courtesy and pride, and I'm going to achieve to New York. And when I did achieve, I brought it home. And that's why I came to Baltimore, to indicate that you can go home. So thank you for embracing me. Thank you for lifting me for all these many years. Thank you for carrying me all these many years. Thank you for not letting those who want to detract from us bring us down. We still stand tall. We know there's a lot of work to be done, but we also know we are up to doing that work. Now, guess what's in this box?
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah! This is what they call a Tony. This is what you get when you blow them out of the water in New York. I did it the only way you could, the Baltimore way. They said, but you're 73 years old. I said, that's right. I'm slow, but I'm sure. And you ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till I go home and get my crew, and get my posse, and get my squad together. We're gonna come up here and show you how to make a Tony, do a Tony, win a Tony, everything about a Tony. Now that's what we need to do. We need to get our own award to give to our own people, right?
Yeah.
Right. But I'm proud of this because for those of you who may not have witnessed my Tony acceptance speech, I just want to repeat it now, and it's brief, but I want to repeat it now because this, they can hear me.
I want them to hear you.
Right. This is what I learned growing up in Baltimore. And when I laid it on the people in New York, they were, what's the word? Flabbergasted? Yeah, but what's the other word? They were catatonic. They couldn't move. I said, yeah, that's the way we do it. 3 basic rules. And this is the proof of rule number 1. Surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when they see you coming. Then you know they got your back, right? I didn't say that part, but you know what I'm talking about. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, slowly is the fastest way to get to where you want to be. Okay? And rule number 3, and we all know this one. The top of one mountain is the bottom of the next, so keep climbing. And as long as I'm breathing air on this planet, and that's going to be for at least another 73 years, I'm going to follow my own rules. And each time I get a Tony, what? I'm coming back to Baltimore. So thank you very much for having me, for knowing me, for being proud of me. Little old fat colored boy from Division Street who lost the weight, okay, right? And who persevered, a lot of tenacity, who didn't take no for an answer, and who because of his mother and father never questioned the purpose of his life, never questioned what his destiny was, never questioned if he was going to make it. It was just a matter of when. Yeah. So thank you very much, Baltimore. Thank you very much. Isn't it lovely?